Hello friends, it is January and it is so warm here in Poland right now. It is January the 7th. It's not maybe the weather for a t-shirt, but I'm using more of my own body's abilities to warm me up. It works perfectly. As you know, I'm doing the cold water immersion now very regularly. It really boosts my recovery and my training. But anyway, I want to tell you about two things. Our Earth is burning now. We are getting higher and higher temperatures each year, and so we have to think about two things. Number one and most important is hydration. We need to stay hydrated. And number two, in order for us to be able to have access to clean, fresh water, we need to think about our Earth. Bicycle is a very earth-friendly way of transportation. Think about that, guys, and talk with your co-workers, with your family members. If you can use bikes more often and sometimes just leave your car in your house, be it electric or gasoline propelled, think about bikes. And now into the topic of our today's video. You are buying now bike for 2020, for the new season. I've noticed that, at least in Poland, people are buying more and more expensive bikes, thus the topic of full suspension bikes and the bottles. When people buy full suspension bikes, many manufacturers will give in the description as many advantages as possible. One of those, in this example, will be that we have fitted two drinking bottles into the frame. In my opinion, it is not an advantage, it is disadvantage, and let me show you why. That's the reason. In most of the cases, having two bottles in full suspension bikes, which have additional damper, this is the rear suspension, and also which have different design of the frame in order to have the swing arm here at the rear, having two bottles in this front triangle is not really good idea, because it is just too little space here. And in order for me to now reach out and get the bottle, it is very difficult. But believe me, guys, during a marathon or cross-country race, impossible, marathon even, it will be difficult for you to grasp the bottle and then to put it back and not to lose it somehow. If you lose the bottle, you will be dehydrated. If you even have the bottle here, you won't be reaching out for the bottle, for the water, as often as you would if it would be just comfortable. It won't be comfortable for you. So having two bottles, not very good idea. So what ideas can we have? Of course, you can find something like the bottle cages, which will take the bottle from the side. Two disadvantages. One, many of those won't keep the bottle in place on a really bumpy terrain, so you can lose the bottle and even part of your bottle cage. And number two, some with the special magnet, they will be difficult to put back on the bumpy terrain during the race when you are tired and you are, just racing, competing against others. So that's number one. But the most important things are the choice of the bike. So I would choose the bike which will have one bottle here over the main tube, the down tube, and the other down there. Or number two, just one bottle. Because if you have just one bottle, it will be positioned lower. You can have this one lower if you dump this bottle cage, and it's easier then to grasp the bottle. You can have larger bottle then as well. This is 0.5 liters. You can have 0.75 then. This one, you see, you will damage the paint here, and this one still isn't that easy to remove from the frame. So bikes like, let's say, Scott Spark, because the damper is right here, they couldn't even fit 2 bottles, just 1 bottle, and they don't have any mounts underneath the main tube. That's fine, that's okay. For cross country, you are using 1 bottle, half a bottle even. Some don't even take the bottle for some, and bottle cages for some races, like Manuel Filmic, I think for some World Cup races he didn't use it. He was just using the feeding zones. And number 2, very good example of the bikes is the Santa Cruz Blur or the Merida 96 will have 1 mount right here and the other right there. BH, the cross-country full suspension bike from BH, they only have 1 bottle, no mount right there. It will be better than having space, like squeezed in 2 bottles right here. Believe me, if it's not comfortable for you, it's not convenient for you to grab the bottle, you won't be drinking as much as you should. You won't be drinking as much as you should anyway, but in this case you would drink even less. So this bike, or BR Oi for example, or Canada Scalpel, which do have 2 bottle cages, I don't think it's the best option in my opinion. 1 bottle here, 1 bottle there, or just 1 bottle right here. In order for you to be better hydrated, I will show you more ways to put more water on your bike, like the bottle cage here, which I'm using for mountain biking, or of course the Camelback, some water backpack. But just think about it. If you are choosing the bike, don't think, oh, 2 water bottles. One additional thing which is important for me, the bikes which fit 2 bottles, the full suspension bikes, will have this little band here, not little, this huge band here, which doesn't look so cool. Look at the Santa Cruz Blur, look at the Merida 96. They have just straight down tube from the head tube to the bottom bracket, lighter, stiffer, and most importantly for me, just better looking. So think about that, guys. Stay hydrated, even though it's winter right now. Stay hydrated during the winter. Think about the summer and think about our nature. So that's it for this episode. See you in the next one.